In this tutorial, we are going to take a look at NoSQL APIs available in NodeCloud for both Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Platform. Here I have created a new file called NoSQL.js, and I have done the usual import mechanisms. First I have imported NodeCloud, and then first I'm going to demonstrate AWS APIs and the options that we need to pass for the API in AWS SDK. First we'll import NoSQL APIs. So in order to import, we'll use NoSQL method. So we'll use DynamoDB variable, and we'll use NCAWS object and use NoSQL. This is how you import NoSQL APIs from AWS. And since NoSQL is known as DynamoDB in AWS, we are going to name it as DynamoDB here. And first we will take a look at how we can create an item in DynamoDB. So we will take the DynamoDB variable and we will use create item method, and as usual we are using promises. And to handle the errors, we are using the catchphrase. And as usual, there are a few parameters we need to pass in. So we will get the parameters and we will go through one by one what each of the parameters stand for. So first, the item that we are going to add. So I have a table in DynamoDB and it's called test, and we are going to add an item, and it's an object called artist, and we are going to add that artist. So we'll pass this parameter, this object, into create item, and we'll see how we can execute it. So we're going to use the nc-conf environment variable again, and we are executing NoSQL.js. So it's successfully executed, and we will see in the AWS console there are a few items, and we will navigate to those items and we will refresh it to see whether we have actually created the item. So the artist here is Taylor Swift. We have selected test table and we will navigate to items. So you can see that we have added this artist. Next we will see how we can delete an item. We will use delete item method, which is available in NodeCloud, and the parameters are a little bit different. It's the same object, but there are different key value pairs. So the key will be the artist that we previously added, and then the table name, which is test in my case. So we have passed the params object to delete item, and we will execute it. So we will see after refreshing whether it has deleted our artist from test table. We will move on to items, and as you can see, it has deleted our artist from test table. So that's how you can interact with AWS APIs using NodeCloud, and you can import the DynamoDB APIs using the NoSQL API. And now we'll move on to the Google Cloud Platform API, and let's see how we can use NodeCloud in order to interact with the Google data store. So I will get this snippet, and as usual I have used get provider again to import Google APIs, and I am using nc Google object and then the same API NoSQL as previously, and I will import the data store APIs. Now I will create using the same API that I used earlier, and again we are dealing with the promises here. We will do the error handling part, and we need to provide the parameters. So the parameters would be key and data. So the key would be the entity in Google data store, and then the data that we need to add. Here in my case I'm adding location and name. So I will pass this params object to create item, and let's see how we can execute it. So I'm giving the environment variables, two environment variables as usual, and I'm executing NoSQL.js. So it says that it has successfully executed it. So we'll refresh GCP console. So here the key is Google, so we will move to Google entity, and as you can see it has added the Google entity. So next we will see how we can delete an item using the same API that we use in AWS demonstration, and for the parameters we need to provide the keys, which are the entities. So this will be company and Google. So in my GCP I have Google and Google 2, so I will make it Google and Google 2. So I have passed the params object again to delete item method, and I will execute it again. So it will be deleted, and that's how you can use the NoSQL API. If you have any issues, you can always come to our issue tracker, and if you want to add any pull request or any features, you can use the pull request feature on GitHub. Thank you for watching.